Amanda, introduce yourself to our audience.
Hi, everybody. I'm Amanda Spradlin, and I am the VP, Head of Customer Success at Ovation.
And what does Ovation do?
So we are the leading industry guest experience platform.
What is a guest experience platform? Because I genuinely think what you guys do is amazing. So I want the world to know how you guys are helping get feedback from guests and retain guests and win backs and all of those kind of things. Define for our listeners, what is that?
Yeah, essentially it's a customer journey, right? It all starts with feedback. So it's a 2-question survey, real easy for customers to fill out. It's through text messaging, which makes it really user-friendly as well. We ask them how was their experience on a very simple, relatable emoji scale, because we all speak emoji, right? Once they give you their feedback, 5-star customers are encouraged to seamlessly leave online reviews on your designated platforms. Folks who have less than a 5-star experience, we're going to direct them to tell you more about that, and then it'll create a direct real-time connection with the operators in the locations to resolve issues and stop bad online reviews before they become bad issues for the brand.
I love that. One of the things that I think is super unique about what Ovation does versus some others is the fact that you guys are using text as your primary form of communication.
Right, exactly.
Talk to me a little bit about, one, why that's such a differentiator from some of the others.
Yeah, I think that who's in the email space, right, in this industry specifically, I think that the text messaging creates a much more relatable real-time experience for people. If I know anything about restaurant owner-operators, some of them are out there on the line. They're out dealing with guests every single minute of their day. They're not sitting in their office. So this creates an opportunity to catch issues in the moment.
Yep.
Versus waiting for you to get back and do your scheduling and all of your other operational duties. This is going to give you that experience that's going to really open up the channels to respond to people in the moment, right?
And for owner-operators that are those people that are standing on the line, how do you make it simple for them to be able to deliver those guest feedback and be able to interact with the guests? Because I think that's also a super unique thing about what you guys do. You make it so simple and so fast to get that feedback and then make operational changes or whatever the changes are that need to happen.
Yeah, and because we've got that really great mobile app piece, I think that's another big component as to why it's so user-friendly. It'll send you a notification, a push notification on your phone when you get a customer piece of feedback. And then from there, you can go straight into the Ovation platform, start responding to those guests and resolving those issues.
I love it. Last couple of questions. At Northstar, we've got a pretty unique way. I know, at least on our side, one of the things that we did when we built out our integrations is it's automatically attached to the member database. Every guest that's a member is getting a survey. How is that different from some of the others? Because I know you guys are doing a lot of stuff from the digital side with people, but I love the fact that if you're using our Northstar platform, you've got this digital experience. I'm connected to the account. Now you're interacting. How are you guys doing it? Or I guess what makes that different from some of the others?
Well, essentially, I think what makes Ovation different is it's centralizing all of your data into one space, right? Because you're aggregating online platform data in addition to getting that real-time customer experience data, putting all those together in a nice washing machine, and then our analytics platform tells you where do you improve and where are you succeeding. And that vantage point is so hard to find with all of these decentralized, crazy pieces of data, right? So I think we do a really good job at creating actionable change in a very efficient way.
Love that. Last question. Do you have an example of a customer that had some experiences that Ovation changed something operationally? I'll give an example that I know of. Rev from Handcraft Brew, or Handcraft Burgers in New York City, he would say that they were putting the wrong kind of salt, and only because of Ovation, he knew that his cooks were putting the wrong kind of salt, and ultimately he had to go fix that, and now guest experience. But do you have any other examples that you could share with our listeners?
Yeah, we actually have a really great one that just happened this past month. We are working with a company, I'm not going to name names, but they have a very successful soda business. And what we were able to determine within the first few days of receiving customer feedback is that at 2 specific locations, there were broken soda machines. They were able to operationally go in and change those machines out and create better guest experiences and solve operational problems.
And in a normal circumstance, they might have never even heard about that. And now the sales go down and they try and figure out what happened.
Exactly. Yeah, it's really powerful because it makes it so easy and so real time. You don't get that with any of these other platforms where you have to sift through the emails and really look at, I think, a much smaller scope or pool of data to get to that operational efficiency part. So it's easy to use, and that's important.
I love it. How do people learn more?
If you want to learn more about Ovation, you're going to go to ovationup.com. My name is Amanda Spradlin. You can always email me at amanda@ovationup.com. And we're excited to work with all these new brands. This is a great show to meet lots of new people. So we're hoping to expand the base a little bit.
Awesome. Thanks for your time.